Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. So, I was doing my typical YouTube crawl, if you will, and came across a couple of videos that were interesting but a little disturbing at the same time. And it was two gentlemen, probably late 20s, early 30s. And the premise of their videos was the fact that neither of them, quote unquote, had any friends. And this is something I've been thinking about a lot, especially as I quickly bring BounceBack to a point where we're ready to launch. And as I sort of think through programming and, going through obviously value adds and things that I feel could really be of value to the community that I'm trying to build, as well as the purpose for building that community, these two videos, I have to admit, kind of shook me a little bit, but not to the degree that most people may think, because I did a little self-assessment after watching them and thought, well, do I have any close physical friends that I see on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, even quarterly basis? And after doing that audit, I realized I don't. I have all the friends in the world, it feels like, on the socials. I've got 8,000 plus followers, if you will. I hate that word. On LinkedIn, I've got people that I consider friends that I haven't seen in years. And as far as close personal friends, I think I've normalized it in my life as I'm busy. I'm building businesses. I have a demanding job now, and making every excuse on the face of the planet, but not really trying to absorb the fact that it's hard to make friends. I'm a 53-year-old man, you know what I mean? And what does a friend actually look like at this point in life? So the reason why I really wanted to talk about this is to get people to sort of think about, what does your friend circle look like? Who do you physically relate to? And do you have those moments where you create time, you create space in your day, in your week, to make sure that you interact with people on a face-to-face basis, and that you do it from a place of authenticity as opposed to obligation? And also the ROI of that, of being face to face, of doing something together, of having deep conversations. Are you really experiencing that? Or has our lives, your life, my life, become those sort of short interactions on the socials, claiming friendship, of course, but not really going deep like a real friend does? I'm sure we can all remember who our best friends were when we were growing up and what that relationship was like. I'm sure we can all sort of reminisce on doing fun things, going camping, going swimming, going to the movies together, riding bikes, playing. I always used to say, playing until the street light came on, and that was the sort of global signal that it's time to go home. So, it's stuff like that where just because you age, it doesn't change the rules completely, or at least it shouldn't. I think unfortunately it does, just because of circumstance and obligation and all of that. But let me say this: as much as we are obliged to do good work when we work, we're also obliged to take care of ourselves and make sure that we surround ourselves with people we care about. Not just our family, not just our spouses and loved ones like that, but people that, care about you in a different way, who want to share the experience of life, their experience, your experience, see where they meet in the middle. So it's important to really carve out time to make friends. And, making friends is difficult. I get that. Trust me, I'm horrible at it, I'll be honest. But, that's the homework, isn't it? It's time to find ways to make friends. It's time to figure out ways to put yourself in the position of making friends. I've always found I tend to meet acquaintances, at least at first, in the things that I do, like when I run track, when I go to the gym, when I do something where lots of people are. I've made, lots of quote unquote friends in the work that I do, for instance, with executive assistants and chiefs of staff. But, the hardest part is also finding people that you can relate to on a deeper level. And all what I say on a sort of comprehensive band of meaning. It's not just one thing. A real friend is someone that you can relate to on many different levels. But again, I think even in that, there's the sort of responsibility of vulnerability. You have to be vulnerable in order to make a friend. You have to kind of not present yourself in the way that you do on the socials, for instance, as having it all together and having it all figured out. Friendship comes from, sort of sharing those vulnerabilities and allowing people to see sort of behind the curtain about who you are, what your fears are, what you're not necessarily great at, all of those things. And that takes time to cultivate, and I get it. But again, I think we need to take time to cultivate that, allow that space, allow that heart energy and mind energy to actually manifest people into our lives that are there for no other reason than to just be there, listen, hang out, chill, shoot the shit, all that. And again, that takes effort, and it takes vulnerability. It takes a little bit of hope kind of sprinkled in there that you'll actually find someone or a few people that get it. So, not to ramble, it really kind of, I wanted to say something about it just because it bums me out. I won't lie. It bums me out to see it, but in a weird way, I'm glad I saw it because it actually made me sort of really audit my life and the fact that my friend circle is rather small. And my physical friend circle is rather small. I have a couple friends that I hang out with, go to dinner with every now and then, but even then I don't get to see them all the time. So again, it's something that I feel that I want to address in BounceBack. It's something that I feel when you build a community, even if it is an online community, then you can sort of create those factions in the areas that you are, or where other people like you or who are like-minded and like-willed, if you will, can sort of find ways to meet up and sort of create these friendships based on it reminds me of like when you go to I won't say a salon, that's such an old term, but I want to bring it back, by the way. We'll talk about that. But when you go to a meetup of some sort and they give you a prompt, BounceBack is kind of like that. I mean, BounceBack is the prompt, meaning it brings us all together kind of with a similar desire, a similar mindset, a similar onus to really improve our lives in those three sort of very important areas, your physical health, your emotional health, and your financial health. But more than anything, it just provides the opportunity to find people that are like you, who may come from, a different socioeconomic background, may make more money than you and all this other stuff, may be more successful and all that. But when you strip all that away, it's really about the human that you end up finding at some point, who speaks your language, who kind of has similar struggles, maybe had, a similar background growing up, that kind of thing. And really allows a room for us all to sort of manifest some of these relationships and manifest the energy around creating friendships and meetups. And of course, my grand vision is something much larger than just a channel with here's your workout for the week and here's your your emotional health challenge and your financial challenge for the week. It's more around connection and really making sure that people have the opportunity to connect on those three things at first, but then to sort of have deeper conversations and figure out the areas where there might be light on knowledge, or it might be hurting. You never know. And be able to talk about it in a community where we're all kind of, going through similar struggles or going through, similar challenges, or wanting to improve those things in our lives. So I will cut this short. I don't need to beat this to death, but I just want everyone to really kind of, do an audit, see what your friend circle looks like, see what's missing in your life, and really get a sense of, if you had, a few good close friends, if you don't now, what would that look like? And if you don't have any friends, like these two gentlemen on YouTube said, what can we do collectively? But, even at BounceBack, what can we do to sort of help create an environment where potentially you can make some new friends and create some deeper connections. And if you're in the same area, meet up and have a beer together, or go on a trip, or get your nails done together, girls, of course. So that's where I am with all of this. So thank you. I'm really excited. BounceBack it's my labor of love, and I'm overthinking it. I won't lie. I really just want it to be so good, and I really just want people to be able to connect and really enjoy the journey, and kind of commit to the journey, and commit to improving their lives in whatever way that they feel they can, and make it fun and sticky, and and ultimately, bring us all together in some way, shape, or form throughout the year. So stay tuned. Launch is coming. Please feel free to go to BounceBackTime.com and shoot an email if you want to be added to the email list. I'm not going to spam you. I don't have the energy. It's more really just to keep record, and in case anything pops off in BounceBack that you should know about, that's when I'll hit you up on email. Otherwise, it's just informational purposes. But I'm really excited. I can't tell you enough. I'm excited to really offer, something that I think we all need. We just need that. Show me how to do it. Tell me what to do, and make it fast. That's really what it comes down to. Show me how to get in shape in the fastest way possible, but without living at a gym, and even without a gym membership. I mean, a lot of the weight challenges and stuff like that are all body weight, or with a few little pieces of equipment. It's amazing how much you can do, and how actually shredded you can get just by doing body weight exercises. The emotional health component I'm excited about, because I've got a couple of incredible experts that not only am I consulting with, but really are going to be part of BounceBack to offer up their services and advice and expertise. And then on the financial health side, I've got a couple of challenges. I think we can all, more than anything, people can sort of wag their finger at you and tell you what you're doing wrong. I'd much rather someone tell me, how to do something right. Meaning, how to minimize our expenses, how to really audit the money going out, and start thinking about new ways to bring money in, and do that in such a way where it doesn't create anxiety or tech debt, I like to say, or anything like that. So, this is really just cleaning it up. That's what BounceBack is all about. As I always say, everyone deserves a bounce back. Especially with everything that's going on in the market right now, and the layoffs and all of that. This is a perfect time, I feel, and perfect timing for BounceBack to help people really take a break, especially if they have financial room to breathe, and start focusing on the things that matter. Like I said, someone creating these friendships, making sure that their emotional and physical health are in check, and then obviously with financial issues, making sure that they feel good going into 2023 and into the subsequent years as well. So that's it. Happy Sunday. Thank you all very, very much for your attention and intention. And like I always say, the mantra for BounceBack is, if you're ready to win, bring it in. So, and I'm sure you are. So I will circle back shortly, and we'll tell you more about the launch. Again, go to BounceBackTime.com to register your email or interest, or if you have any questions, I answer all those emails myself, and I will happily do exactly that. So go get it. I'll talk to you soon.